Hello YouTube, I'm Natanis and I'm off work now, so you know what time it is. It's time for our driving home chat. And today's subject, if I can remember to put it in gear, is Minecraft. We're going back to Minecraft for today. And we are here to actually chat about the upcoming update, Minecraft 1.21. This is the Trial Chambers update. And for all of our new viewers, I got to give you some back information before we really dive into this. My Let's Play world started off in 1.17. And then when the Caves and Cliffs fully came out, I upgraded to 1.19. So it is the same world, just in a different version, and 1.19 is where I've decided to stop. I am not going to go to 1.20, and I see no reason to go to 1.21 as of right now. There's just a few reasons for that. So let's go over them. 1.20 introduced the cherry blossom trees, which I absolutely love. I think that'd be amazing to have. Unfortunately, it's in 1.20. Then you got the bamboo blocks, which I'm not crazy about, but it would be cool to have that color palette. And then you get all of the hanging signs, which could be interesting to use in various detail manners. And in fact, I've seen some people using it in a manner that I'm just like, wow, I really wish I had this. But that's about it. That's pretty much the only reasons I have for 1.20. Now, if you're familiar with 1.20, 1.20 also has your armor trims, the new upgrade item for getting netherite, which I absolutely hate. Save that thought, we'll get into that in a second. And the sniffer. Okay, I hate it when big YouTubers push a mob. With that being said, I did push for the sniffer. I think out of the ones for that particular mob vote, the sniffer was the best option. And I saw a lot of potential in what the sniffer could actually find digging up these ancient seeds. But Mojang killed that. They gave us 2 seeds, and that's it. We got 2 new plants. 2 is coming up a lot here lately. That's weird. Anyway, so you only get 2 new plants with it, which I'm very disappointed. You got this new mob with an ability to find us new plants in a way that doesn't mean you have to change any of the biomes, but you only gave us 2. Like, that's pretty pathetic. And one of the things I was saying when I was advertising, hey, vote for the sniffer, is I wanted everybody to vote for the sniffer, and I kept saying, hey, Mojang, if it wins, add tomato plants. Add tomatoes. Because one of my biggest things that I think the game needs is a food update. There's a lot of people that disagree with me on that, but I really want you to think about the food in the game, and how many times have you ate the same food item constantly? Some of the big YouTubers out there are 2 things you always see them eating. It's either golden carrots or pork chops. That's it. Yeah, you can make other things, but generally speaking, those are the 2 best items. There's no real diversity in the food in the game. So I personally think we need a food update, and they need to stop giving us gimmicky garbage. It's almost as bad as Pokemon battle mechanics at this point. So, moving forward, the trims and the upgrade item for your netherite gear. I absolutely hate the trims. That is absolutely the dumbest thing they could have possibly added. And so many people are like, oh, trims, they're great. What's the point of the trim? It's just a color detail to your armor. I don't get it. It's not that impressive to me. If I ever do upgrade, I probably will use it, but I don't see a need for it. It's almost as pointless as the new skins they made. And the reason I say that is you can go out there and make any skin you want, or go out there and find just about any skin you want. I myself have made several, and I've also modified several. So I don't understand why they added that. Wow, is the rain loud? So I gotta really talk and shout right now because the rain is falling really hard. So somebody a while back, when I was complaining about all these stupid new skins that they were adding, told me that this actually gives them the option for new characters in any videos that they make. Okay, that makes sense, and I'll accept that as an answer, but Minecraft and Mojang are not known for making videos. Advertisements or whatnot, they're not known for that. I mean, it has changed in recent years since they added that, but it's not something they're known for. So I still don't really understand why they thought it was a good idea to add that. I really hope you can hear me because that rain is really, really loud. So yeah, that and the armor trims, I don't see it as necessary. That is something that is a whoop-de-doo to me and is completely and utterly useless. And that's 1.20. 1.21, when they announced the trial chambers, I was already like, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be garbage. And sure enough, it has not improved at all, in my opinion. And in fact, it's actually gotten worse with what I found out last night. First off, let's talk about the trial chambers. If I can, because I'm having to shout over the rain. Okay, so I know that Mojang had been wanting to add a roguelike dungeon to the game for a few years now. They've been wanting to add a roguelike. I think this was originally announced back when either Fullcraft 2 or Fullcraft 3 was in the works. So whatever the date is for that mod pack, they were working on the idea of a roguelike dungeon in vanilla Minecraft. Alright? Not a big deal, you know, whatever, try and add that. It would give us an interesting thing to go loot. However, my biggest problem with that is the loot in Minecraft sucks. There is no reason to go off looting in cities, bastions to an extent, villages, woodland mansions, any of that stuff. There's no real reason to go off and raid those. With the addition of the armor trims, I guess you kind of have a reason, but again, as I stated previously, the armor trims are pretty dang pointless. I don't think they're interesting or cool, and I get kind of tired of Minecraft YouTubers saying, hey, look at my trim, isn't it cool? No, it's not cool, it's freaking annoying is what it is. Shut up about your dang trim. I literally don't care. So, that's the first problem I had with them. The second problem was kind of a twofold thing. Is it going to be too difficult, or is it going to be too easy? I don't really remember what I said about it being too difficult. I do remember I said something about it being too difficult, and you know, they need to like increase the difficulty or decrease the difficulty. I don't remember what it was that I was saying back then, but on the opposite end, I was worried about it being like just way too easy. And a lot of Minecraft YouTubers that cover the snapshots showed this off when it was in its infancy, the first iteration of it. And the first thing I noticed is they were saying that it's very challenging and enjoyable. They're in nothing but iron armor and iron tools. That's it. No enchants, no nothing. Of course it's going to be a bit challenging if you got nothing. Considering how difficult it is to actually find these things, and considering most people grab iron gear only to quickly go and find diamond, I think you're going to be a little bit further along than just having full-on iron. So I went after one of these, got me some gear with what I thought would be about a mid-game amount of enchants on it, though that's really subjective to every single person out there. Mid-game to you might be full diamond with full enchants. Mid-game to another person means they just now got an iron sword. It's subjective. So I got a bare minimum of enchants on my gear, and I went in. And it was super easy. Like, I didn't really feel challenged, except for the amount of skeletons I was having to deal with. Because you got the one, I believe it's the stray, is hitting you with slowness. So, trying to get after all of these skeletons with slowness was actually a pain in the butt. But even then, because of the way the trial chambers are designed, you really didn't have to worry about it too much, because all you had to do was pop around a corner, have the skeleton or two follow you there, and then just, you know, melee it to death. You didn't have to worry about dealing with its far range in a very open area. So it wasn't challenging at all, in my opinion. Especially if you had a decent amount of enchants. And I'm not talking like full-on, you know, high-tier in-game enchants. I'm talking you just threw your stuff in the enchanter, hit the button, and prayed. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it wasn't too difficult. The other thing I was concerned about was the loot. Like I previously stated, the loot in Minecraft sucks. There's nothing out there that's worth going for. You're better off dealing with villagers. A heck of a lot better off dealing with villagers than you are going after some of the garbage that's out there. So that was one of my main concerns. And then they announced the trial chamber key. Okay, I had high hopes for this key, that they would do this right. And part of that was me saying that I don't want an indestructible item in the world that this key works on. Well, guess what? They gave us an indestructible item that this key works on. Like, come on, seriously, are you guys that stupid? For crying out loud. So that's what they did. They made an indestructible chest that gives you loot. Now, unlike other sources of loot, like a normal chest in a another fortress, that, you know, one person loots and then it's gone forever. Nobody else can get anything out of it. These work in tandem with the key, and every single player can go and loot this once. One time. Every single person can loot it. So if you've got 27 people on a server, all 27 people can go and loot this chest once, and then that chest is there forever, completely pointless. Nobody can do anything with it from that point forward. And it is indestructible. You can't actually break the dang thing. So, like, what is the point of that? And again, the loot table we were originally given for it was just like, it's just garbage. That's all it is. It's just garbage. Okay. So that brings us to what I saw last night, and I'm just like, really? And that's why we're talking about this now. And the rain has let up a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear me now. I'm going to have to watch this video before I upload it and see if you can even hear me, because I'm having to shout over the rain. But what I saw last night, and I was hoping that it was a joke, is they're introducing a new weapon. A mace. And here we go with the rain again. Okay, so they're introducing a mace weapon. Unlike all the other weapons and tools in the game, this one requires two new items that are specifically for making this mace. And that's the only thing they're used for, is making the mace. And yes, I'm having to shout again because the rain's coming down really hard again. Come on. Really? 2 new items specifically to make a new weapon? Really? And that's the only thing they're good for at the moment, is making this weapon. I could potentially see both of these being used to make a new set of gear. I don't think that's going to happen, though. On top of that, this new mace is the most OP weapon I have ever heard of being added to a game. Okay, and the reason it's OP is it gets increased damage based on how far you have fallen. So the further you fall when you strike your target, the more damage you do. There's a video, there's a short out there where I initially saw this, of a guy using the new breeze item that causes a puff of air. It shows him using those in tandem with an ender pearl to fly up really high and one-shot a warden. A warden. It one-shots. And you take no fall damage. Now, considering how much damage the thing does, which is a base of 5, I believe, and the amount of health that a warden does, they had to have flown really high up to fall down on top of it and one-shot it. A warden has like 200 base health. I think it's a little bit higher than that. I think it's like 230 or something. And it one-shots it. What? How stupid are you to make this thing? Like, Mojang, come on. The more you release it that is coming out with the trial chambers, the more I'm disappointed. You people are freaking idiots. You can't even make a roguelike dungeon correctly and give us decent loot. Instead, you gotta make this stupid mace that has 2 items that you can only get from the trial chamber. I don't get it. It's like all their brain cells have died, and there's nothing but idiots thinking, hey, this is a good idea. Let's get a weapon that does extra damage based on how far you fall. Do you not realize how quickly that can be abused just on the thought of it? Like, really? And all the YouTubers out there are going absolutely crazy saying this is awesome. Okay, my next problem with that is it doesn't feel vanilla Minecraft. This feels like a modded item for like vault hunters. That's what it feels like. The first problem is that you can't enchant it like you can any other Minecraft item or tool. Yeah, so you can't put unbreaking on it. You can't put looting on it. You can't put mending on it. None of that. That is its current state. Wow, that's a lot of rain. But yeah, that's it. It's such a stupid concept that I really wonder who came up with it, because they're an idiot. You got a weapon that has an innate ability that is the most overpowered thing you could have ever come up with. You have a roguelike dungeon that is absolutely tiny with yet another horrible loot table. And I say this because Minecraft is not like Terraria or Skyrim or any game where gear is extremely important, so there's a lot of it. Minecraft is very simple in this area. Now, potentially this new, I think it's some kind of core that is the head of the Mace. Maybe this is the first step in revamping the tools of Minecraft, which I don't see as necessary at all. I mean, like I just said, Minecraft is not Terraria that has hundreds of different items for different specs so that you can play as different character classes. Minecraft is not like that at all. So unless they're planning on doing a complete revamp of the game, which would then not be Minecraft anymore, I don't see the trial chamber or this mace being good for the health of Minecraft. And I mean that honestly. I do not see either one of these being good for the health of Minecraft. As I stated, the treasure chest that uses this key is first off indestructible. Second off, I believe there's only like one or two inside every trial chamber. So that means in order to make use of the keys that you get from it, you have to go off and find multiple of these things, which means you're going to get more keys to open up this chest only once. I mean, Mojang, you need to rethink this completely. Get on the phone, call me, and we're going to discuss how to fix the mess that you've made with this trial chamber and the stupid ass mace. Excuse my French. Yeah, I am livid about this because this is so dumb, and people online are like, this is awesome. I'm like, no, it's not. This is really bad. This is horribly bad. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. And my voice is giving out from having to shout over the rain. I think I'm going to end the video before I get home for the first time ever. And I will see you guys later. Leave me a comment if you agree with most of the things that I said. Leave a like if you enjoyed listening to me rant. And think about subscribing for more rants from Natanis. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.